Hello and welcome to this broadcast. I usually go live every single day between 20 minutes and an hour at different points in time. Sometimes in the morning, I sit on the bus and I show beautiful Norway from the outside of the window of my bus. Sometimes I'm at home getting ready in the morning. Sometimes I'm just teaching. When I'm teaching from home, I usually have a live broadcast for that. Nobody's allowed except for students in that one. But on a daily basis, I'm here doing this. I don't think anyone, and I say this without dissing anybody. I am not dissing anybody, all right? But there's nobody in that building that works with me that needs that job and appreciates it in the way I do. And I'll tell you why. I'm a black woman in my 50s. I struggled for about, I don't even know. It was almost 2 decades for me to get a job as a teacher that would offer me tenure. Every other job was a temporary contract. And whether it's fair or not, I'm not debating that. I'm just saying it's a fact. They would have me around for a year or two when they needed a substitute teacher for Spanish. They'd realize I actually slayed a house down boots at teaching English too, because that's actually my degree, my postgraduate, my bachelor's in languages and literature. My highest degree is in English. And I have equal abilities in all the languages, but I am first and foremost an English teacher. So they'd give me a bit of English, they'd give me Spanish, which was what they needed me for. And then after a year or two, when there was an opportunity for them to hire me permanently, they would take on a Norwegian citizen instead of me. Is it fair? I'm not debating that. I'm just saying that's what happened. White passing or lighter skinned Brazilians do not have the same problems that I've had. So this is my experience. Dark-skinned black woman. Norwegians seem to think that dark-skinned is a euphemism for black. It isn't. It's a part of the black community to classify people as in light-skinned, medium, dark-skinned, whatever. Is it fantastic? No. We shouldn't be doing that, but that's the reality. That's the reality of tokenism, colorism, racism, all of that. So I struggled for years to get this job. It's a permanent job now that I have. Any of the teachers, the older ones, they can flip a coin, they can throw a rock in the air, and it will fall and hit on somebody that job. Not me. I have to struggle. I have to go through a lot. If I'm in competition with anyone who is not Norwegian, like if I have to compete with another foreigner, I might have a shot. But if I have to compete with a Norwegian, the Norwegian will always win. And I have enough evidence to support my point that even if the person is not as good a teacher as I am, even if that person doesn't speak English as well as I do or Spanish as well as I do, they will give that person a job, even if they have fewer qualifications than I do. Now, if you say that to the average Norwegian person, they'll say to you, Pollyanna, that is absolutely not true. We're not racist here, discriminate. I'm going to say something. Systemic racism It's not like everyday type of racism when somebody just goes, "Oh, I don't like her. She's black. She's ugly. Black people are ugly. They're stinky. They're stupid. They're poor. They're uneducated." Well, that's not what I'm talking about. People just talking out of their ass and being racist. About the system. The system is built around the premise that your education is only good enough if it's from Norway. And if you are Norwegian and you take up an education in another country, you're still better than the person from that country with that education because you are Norwegian and the fundamentals of everything that you learned as a human being was in the Norwegian system. Is it fair? Is it not? I don't know. I'm just saying the system makes it so that if you get an education in Asia, Latin America, and especially after that, they're not going to give you the same opportunities. They're just not. They're going to make it harder for you to achieve your levels of excellence. So to me, it was a journey through 10 different schools. And even now, I am at a school where I am the only black person in a teaching staff. There is a nice gentleman who works as a janitor, who is also a black man. Unless he tells me he doesn't identify as black, which I doubt. He's a black gentleman who works there as a janitor. There's the two of us, black people at the school in a staff. And as in a teaching staff, only one, and I'm the first one. I don't know if there were other people that were people of color that worked as janitors before him. What I'm trying to say is that it's not great, you guys. It's not a fantastic situation. It shouldn't be that difficult for somebody with good qualifications and experience to get a job. That's why I appreciate that job more than anybody. More than anybody. Because if I lose that job, it is very doubtful that I will get a new one. Especially now, because I'm constantly seeing university courses in Spanish for teachers. So every Tom, Dick, and Harry is themselves a Spanish degree. And if they compete with me, even if the mother flipper doesn't speak Spanish as well as I do, if they're Norwegian and they took that course, they are automatically gonna get the job. Is it not? I'm not debating that. I'm just explaining what my life is like and what my lived experience is. So it's hard out there for anybody, not just for a pimp. There is a song, "It's Hard Out There for a Pimp," from like 30 years ago, I think. 20 years ago. I don't know. Anyway, I think this lady is so cute. I see her every day. I think she's the cutest. She's got style. She's always on time. She's always here at the same time every day. She's a hard worker. I think she works at the supermarket. I don't know how old she is, but the fact that she's like, I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark here that she's in her 60s and she's still working. I love that journey for everybody. I can't even begin to explain how rewarding it is to work. To know that you're doing something for society. Whether you're a teacher at a supermarket or drive the bus. So I'm a big fan.